Hey, and welcome to this guide to the Hillbilly. In celebration of the Free Billy movement, I decided to make this video 3 days before. And I honestly don't know if I'll finish it on time. But that's okay. I've only been making Hillbilly for 4 months, but I learned a lot in that time. I'll be going over his basic stats, power, revving, add-ons, perks, curving, and tips and tricks. If you like this video, consider checking my Twitch. I'm a Hillbilly main, and I can answer all your questions in the stream. Link is in the bio. So first, his basic stats. He's a tall killer with a 32 meter attack radius and a movement speed of 115%. His power is pretty straightforward. Hold your power button for 2.5 seconds till you start sprinting. This is called revving. When you sprint, you move at 230%. These actions cost the overheat meter to fill. When you overheat, your chainsaw stops working till your overheat meter is back at 0. Revving is one of the most crucial parts of Hillbilly. On this charge bar, you don't want to hit 100% until you're absolutely sure you're gonna get hit. You can continue clicking M2 so you rev the chainsaw. Try to keep it at 90 to 95% so you have your chainsaw ready to go. Back revving is a good way to get downs. Basically, you run up to the survivor's back and start revving until you're ready to go. I suggest you never immediately charge your chainsaw unless you're gonna make distance with the chainsaw. Since survivors know that the default charge is 2.5 seconds, they'll try to dodge you. For the add-ons, I'll be going over them in a way you can best learn them. So when you're starting out with Hillbilly, I wouldn't consider using add-ons, but if you really want to, I would use Junkyard Air Filter and Puncture Muffler. They allow you to go for more chainsaws without overheating too quickly. After that, you could try to go for Dad's Boots or Spike Boots. They increase the steering of the chainsaw. You can also try to go for steel toe boots or low kick by chains. Those reduce recovery time after hitting an object with the chainsaw. Dip and depth engravings are by far Hillbilly's best add-ons. I would really suggest you run one of those with Puncture Muffler or with Tuned Carburetor. It's also called Crack Billy. In my opinion, Tuned Carburetor really isn't that bad as people make it out to be, as long as you use it with an engraving. Tuned Carburetor increases the chainsaw charge by 20%, but your movement speed overall is decreased to 105%. Low per chains makes you able to sprint through pallets, but when you hit a survivor within 5 seconds of breaking the pallet, they will only lose 1 health state instead of an actual down. Apex Muffler makes the chainsaw completely silent, and with Iridescent Brick, it gives you the intellectual satisfaction after 2 seconds of sprinting. Combining these makes a really good build, and survivors wouldn't see you coming at all, so they liked this, and against that build. Here's a tier list of the best add-ons for Hillbilly. Of course, it's only subjective, so keep that in mind. Hillbilly has some solid perks. Enduring reduces spell distance by 40%. Lightburn makes you immune against flashlights. You're also able to see the survivor's aura for 6 seconds. Tinker makes you unattackable for 16 seconds when the generator hits 70%. It shows a loud noise notification at that one generator. Some good perks on Hillbilly are Infectious Fright, which makes survivors scream within 32 minutes of the down. Another one is Bamboozle, which blocks off any window you vault for 16 seconds. Now we get to the most fun part of Hillbilly, curving. According to my Steam profile, I'm pretty good at this, so I take this advice from a pretty epic gamer. Some people like I bind the camera movement from left to right to Q and E. This makes curving easier. You can also crank up that controller, yes controller, doesn't matter if you're on keyboard, to 100%. When you start sprinting, the chainsaw turns at 412 degrees for about 75 seconds. This is what we use for curving. This is called the initial turn sense. People use engravings a lot of the time to curve downward loops. Not the boots as you might think. I'll show some clips of what this results in. If you want to see more of these clips, check the iCard in the top right corner for my curve compilation. So these cars on Bedham and Autohaven are extremely good to curve around. Watch out for the headlights though, as they might screw off your curve. Ormond might be one of Hillbilly's best maps, as these snow piles and benches barely have collision, so you can make really nice curves. Now over to the last part of the video, tips and tricks. Hitting a hit, missing it, and bumping into obstacles takes the Hillbilly 3 seconds to recover from, which is kinda weird because shouldn't hitting a hit be rewarded? The chainsaw is audible from 60 meters away. The overheat limit is set at 100 charges. Starting the chainsaw takes 5 charges, revving takes 8 charges per second, and sprinting adds 2 charges per second. This is pretty much all I have to cover for the Hillbilly. I definitely suggest you try them out, and if you decide to main him, thank you! It's great to see the Hillbilly base return and grow. If you enjoyed this video, good for you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video, or in my stream chat.
Hello my friend, please subscribe, like the video and hit the notification bell.